Hello everyone, welcome to Craftworks. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Retiform card. For this, what you are going to need is a rectangle or any other shape that you would like to use. You can use a circle in the middle with squares coming off. It's entirely up to you. The piece that I've got measures 1 3/4 by 3 inches. So I've got my standard card base, which is an A4 cut in half, folded in half, and my white layer is 1/4 of an inch shorter right the way around, but it's entirely up to you what card blank size that you use. It's just what I prefer, and I'm going to be using these two stamp sets because I think these work really well. So this one is in the soft succulent, and I've used the evening evergreen ribbon for that. But today I'm going to be using the Pale Papaya. So I'm just going to pop those to one side. I've also got a piece of vellum which is 10 centimeters by 5 centimeters, and my sentiment is going to go on this strip here across the middle, and I'm actually going to tear the vellum. So it's entirely up to you the size that you use for your greeting, your sentiment. So let's just get started. There's lots of ways to do this, but what I do is I draw around it. You're going to need post-it notes also. So I actually draw around it because I find it just easier. And I'm using the Pale Papaya, the light blend for this, because the ink actually blends in really nicely with this. So you can make this as random or as uniform as you like. Trying really hard not to get my head in the view. Ooh. Now I could leave that like that, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going just like that. So that there is the start of it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my first image here, but before I do that I am going to get post-it notes, and I'm lining it up with the lines that I've drawn. Not very well by the looks of it. I'll do it closer to me, I might be able to see it better. Ooh. I'm really hoping that the sound on this microphone is okay today. I've had horrible issues with it this week. I've already filmed this once today. You can see my mat is quite dirty. I've already had a play. And unfortunately, I had no sound at all. Now I'm just going to cover that piece like that too. So I've got my papaya ink, and I'm just going to start here adding colour. I'm applying quite a bit of pressure because I want it quite dark around the edges but quite light in the centre. There's no right or wrong way, so this is just get messy, have a bit of fun. Oh no, don't do that. Okay, and now I've got my Memento black ink, and for this I'm going to put this image across. My block is too small, but it doesn't matter. And I'm just going straight across like that. And I'll clean off my stamp. And pop that one back in the box. So that's my first image. So I'm going to cover this one over now. And do that one. You can use any colours as well, it works really well. I think I'm going to pop that one there in the black. And clean off my stamp. Sorry, that's a horrible noise, I know. And we're just going to continue to do exactly the same on all of these. I'm using a mixture of stamps because these two sets work really well together. For this one, I've got a pretty little flower. So what's new in Stampin' Up world? The new catalogue that is coming out on the 3rd of August. I have had a sneak peek of, and I truly think it is amazing. You'd expect me to say that, I know, but my goodness, we've got a gorgeous set this time round. It's penguins, and I've ordered it already. Being a demonstrator, you get to order quite early on, so I'm really excited to be playing with that. You can see that this stamp set is not one that I've used a great deal. I haven't even put the backs on. You do end up with a very messy desk, as you can see, but it is all about having fun. What do I want? Quite like that. I'm wondering if I should stamp it off though. Because this set is quite bold. Oh, wrong way around. Oh, and there's a new celebration catalogue. If you don't know what that is, for you basically for all the money that you spend, you get free stuff. And the celebration catalogue has some gorgeous Penguin Designer Series paper. So if you were to buy the Penguin suite, I think it's £30. You spend £45, you get the paper free. And I do love paper. And at the moment there is 15% off the whole of July on some of the DSP as well. So lots of bargains at the moment. Just gonna press this one down here. I think I'm gonna put another bird here. Oh, this one I've not lined up particularly well. Sorry, you can hear my son's bedroom door swinging. It's got the window open. My dog hates that sound. Makes him quite nervous. One thing that you do need to be quite careful of with this is sometimes you end up with white edges, but because I'm using the same colour, it doesn't really matter, because you can go over and fill those in. The other thing, of course, is the black ink can sometimes rub off onto your project. pretty little bud there. And now I have 2 more. So I definitely want script in this somewhere. Because it's just too pretty not to have. Ooh, there goes my block. Oh, don't do that. I've got a bigger flower here. And right here, I've got a little white space. So I'll just fill that in like that. So I'm just going to put the lid on my papaya. Before I go on to the next step, these are the opal rounds, and this, I've tried this with other non-branded things. It doesn't work. So Stampin' Up gems with their blends, just colour them in and then put them to one side. And they'll dry. I have tried it with other non-Stampin' Up products and it just does not work. So I have my vellum here. So I'm going to tear this towards me. And then I need to figure out where I want sentiment. If you put your sentiment on first, when you try to tear it, it gravitates towards your straight piece and then you don't end up with a torn bit. It kind of looks too neat. And my sentiment. Pop all of those in the bin. I'm going to use the thank you from this one. Free as a bird. Or, oh no, that's just too tight. That's just too tight. And you know I wouldn't get it right. Okay, so I'm going to stick this to the center now. And then we'll figure out where we want to put it. I don't want to cover too much of the birds on here. I quite like them. And the thing to remember with vellum is it shows through. Got a tiny overhang there. So when I put my glue on, I'm actually only going to put glue where the white strip is. That way you won't see it. There are a few hacks for gluing vellum. I think I'm going to just pop that there so he's poking out the top. So one of the hacks is to put glue on a sponge and evenly spread it. It kind of works, but not all of the time. Okay, I've got this gorgeous ribbon. This is the Pale Papaya ribbon too. The in colours, I've only bought 3 of them, but they're really lovely to work with. So these are high recommendation on my list because they tie bows really easily. She says as she doesn't like the bow that she's done. But trust me, they do tie lovely bows. A glue dot. Which is over here. I've forgotten which way round. I think I'm gonna pop that there like that. I'm now going to get my gems, which are now dry. Wow, my scissors need cleaning. Pop that one there. I think one there. Does need another, just don't know where. Tempted to put it in the middle of that flower. Or that flower. Don't like that. There. Pop a bit of glue on the back and pop it on our card. And there we have our Retiform card. It is a really easy thing to do. It looks really good. Any stamps will work with this, I think. So I've seen it with the, which is it? Dress to Impress. The one with the perfume bottle and the shoes. It looks super cool. So go get Inky, have a go, and please do share your photos with me. I would love to see what stamps you use for this. Thank you for joining me today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Maybe share it so other crafters can see it. And thank you again. Bye-bye.